It's almost the end of August, but don't worry, we didn't forget. It's time for me to record the extra special intro on a less than special mic at my computer while I finish editing this episode. It's pretty cool and special to clear the 100 episode mark, but I made a big deal about that last special intro, so I shouldn't be gauche and do it more this time. It's a great time for us, at least, to be playing Pathfinder. The remaster content is all fully out now with the Player Core 2 out and up on Archives of Nethys, and we're stoked to see all of the awesome content that Paizo still has slated for release in the rest of 2024, really. Oh my god, I'm so giddy about it. We've got some stuff we're excited about too for Live to Die. I need to keep some of it a little secret for now so as to not jinx it, but I'm eager to hear what any of you think it might be, and hey, if it's better than we have in mind, maybe we'll do that instead. As a listener, though, you're already really doing so much for us to be a great supporter of the show. Taking the time to listen is really the best support we could ever ask for. If you want to do more, and I always say this, and I always mean it, there's absolutely no pressure to. There are some free ways that you can do a little more to help us. You can rate and review the show on the podcast app of choice, or hey, if you use a couple apps, rate and review us on both. You can follow us on social media. Let us know what ideas you think could be fun for the rest of this year or next year. And please reach out to us, ask questions, share your thoughts, cool stories, how you heard about us. Thank you to those of you who have emailed us. I know I'm behind on returning emails to at least one of you, and I promise I'll get back to you soon. You can catch us on socials or just email us, like I said, at livetodiepodcast@gmail.com. That's livetodiepodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you think. You also can share, kindly, this podcast with people who might like it. We've actually heard some really cool stories about people out in the real running into listeners and chatting with them, and goddamn, that's just really cool. So thank you. If you really want to go beyond that, I mean, hell, you totally can. You can support us on Patreon, where we share behind-the-scenes conversations, recordings, sometimes photos from recordings. We have some other things on there. We have how we built the kingdom, and we're actually looking on how we can do more of our kingdom turns and share those on Patreon as well, but that's a work in progress. We also have the Pathfinder 2 beginner box, which is, I guess, the legacy beginner box now. But anyway, there's lots of that stuff and more. As a part of our Patreon, additionally, each month we shout out one supporter at the called shot tier or higher. This month, that's Tacoma. Hey, Tacoma. Thanks for your support, your time listening, sharing in the hobby with all of us here. This show, it's possible because of the support in you and other patrons. So those listening, if you want to, you can go and check out our Patreon at it's www.patreon.com/livetodiepod. That's patreon.com/livetodiepod. Regardless of checking that out or not, thank you so darn much for taking the time to listen. And remember, be nice, roll dice, and enjoy this week's episode of Live to Die.
Roll dice, be nice, and stay tuned. This is the Live to Die podcast.
We like to do this a lot, but since we have a new voice on here for a couple episodes, I guess we also bridged into this, and I did never explain why the voices that are here are here. It's the same reason as before. Jane's got stuff going on. It's the summer. Things are busy. Ryan's bopping around. Don't worry. No one's off the podcast. We're just, we're bringing new voices in, and we're also getting recordings in.
Yes.
And as Lauren mentioned when she got here today, literally the last time we one-on-one DM'd on Discord was yeah, I want to get you in the Kingmaker game a year ago.
Literally a year ago.
Which I think was when we were starting to record Kingmaker. I'm yeah, as soon as we get to the point where we're at the kingdom phase, I didn't think it'd take us a year. It definitely took us a year to get there.
It's taken us a while. We're going to be playing Kingmaker for the rest of our lives.
Yep.
Maybe.
20 years will be level 15.
I think it's going to go quicker than you might think. I think we're at an interesting point now where we're kind of expanding the narrative a little bit, but I think we're going to bite into the next little section of Kingmaker. I think we'll have a little bit of an open, grow the kingdom. And then I think we're going to chunk into the next couple of book equivalents after this section. There's some old school just plot in it. The sections between and how we handle the growth of the kingdom, all the armies, hiring different groups. What happens to all these characters 30 years from now? Are they still together as an adventuring party? Did any of them survive? We'll find out. But given that we have a new voice here right now, I thought I'd ask, because we always like to chat about, what are you watching or reading or playing? What sort of media are you enjoying? Does that impact or affect how you show up to play RPGs? I know it always does for me. And Anyone, what are you, anything in particular you can recommend or feel like is really in your head? What I wish I could say, I can start with myself, is that I haven't gotten to see Long Legs yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so-
I haven't either.
And I really want to see that. And I'm like, I feel like that could have a good vibe for this.
Did you see the video where the actor comes in and she sees him for the first time, but they put a heart rate monitor on her?
No.
And she had never seen like the Long Legs, like makeup or whatever costume. Her heart rate got up to 170 when she looked at Nicolas Cage. And I was like, I cannot wait to watch this movie.
Maybe I should try to go see it tonight. Like wrap recording, clean up the stuff, and be like, I'm going to go watch a horror movie.
Yeah, let me know how it is, man.
I did just get to see Twisters. I don't know if that's highly affecting my mosquito horror story, but Twisters surprisingly good. It's a friend of mine hit the nail on the head really well. He said, it's a fine movie with really, really great vibes. It's way fun to watch.
I refuse to see it.
Yep.
Because the first movie, the real Twister movie.
Hashtag not my Twister.
The real.
The drive-in scene was filmed in my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't watch the other one.
Jane and I went to a wedding in the town that Twisters ends in.
Oh, okay.
It's in El Reno.
Oh, yeah. I know El Reno.
Yeah. And we were watching the movie and we're like, that is 15 times more people in the final scene of this movie than we saw in the entire town the day we were there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I kind of wonder if they shot on location because when Jane and I went there, it was very quiet and not a lot of people. I'm like, I wonder if that'd be a really good place to kind of shoot on location. Like not a whole lot of logistics.
If you watch the movie Rain Man,
I'm familiar with it.
There's like a whole scene that is my hometown's downtown area.
That's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen Rain Man in years.
Yeah, me neither.
My high school was where the new Ghostbusters movie with the all-female cast.
Yeah.
My high school, it's just for like one quick shot. They're like walking out of the school and it was my old high school.
Oh, that's cool.
And then there's like I don't know if it's somebody who worked on the movie or if it was a prize, but there is a like Ghostbusters car that I'll see in my town sometimes.
That's cool.
It's got like the logo and everything. And I'm like, what is it a tie-in? What did they give this to someone for like, here, let us film here. And here's a car.
That'd be cool.
Paid somebody off.
with a Ghostbusters car.
Yeah. Well, there was something strange in the neighborhood. What's anyone watching though? Reading, playing?
Oh, I'll jump in
with
Scavenger's Reign on Netflix. It's technically a HBO Max original, but Netflix got it after a while. And it is incredible. It starts out as a typical sci-fi, folks on a spaceship get crash landed and they need to find, their way back to the ship. And it turns into this really interesting look at how a whole world without humans interacts with itself, what happens, the life cycles of these creatures. And it really goes into the horror of just like, you don't know what's going on. You don't understand why these creatures are doing the things that they do. And you just have to like watch and learn and hopefully not die.
That's cool.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I've also heard the animation's really cool and the soundtrack is excellent is what I've heard.
One of the things I like about The Expanse is the realness of space. Like they're not using faster than light. They're like injecting their body with pain pills so that they can go at these ridiculous speeds, or like space is really fucking terrible. And no, you can't go outside for very long because you'll die.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things about The Expanse that I like a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Plus, I do like that as a theme here, that like dealing with nature as a horrible thing. In this case, we have a cryptid of a mosquito witch thing, but lots of bugs. Bugs are fun.
I've been watching Archer. There's parts of Archer late seasons that I hadn't watched. Like I stopped watching it during COVID. I think we picked up like a bunch of other shows, so I'm like on season 12 now.
There's 12 seasons of Archer?
There's more than that. There's like 14 or 15.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So they're fucking funny.
They're very funny.
Archer is a lovely show. And I like watching it now because you can see not just Archer kind of growing up, but society growing up. There's like definite changes in where you can like, oh, this was after the Me Too movement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Archer cleaned his shit up a little bit. And we don't make the same jokes we used to make, but I really have enjoyed watching Archer. And I'm also working through Ozark.
Oh, my sister always raves about Ozark.
Yeah, we went down and stayed in Arkansas, like in near the Ozark Mountains and stuff. And when we went back, I was like, well, I got to watch this show now. That shit's crazy.
All right.
And violent. It's not at all what I was expecting.
Any mosquito witch vibes for Ozark?
I I'm only on the second season, but probably.
Hmm.
If
Keep it in
a
mind.
mosquito witch showed up, I'd be like, damn, I don't know how she's in the drug trade, but that makes sense.
It's just her. It's her cover.
Yeah.
You know? No one messes with the mosquito witch.
The only show that I like watch regularly as it comes out
Jeopardy.
is, well, yes, but
Of course.
House of the Dragon.
Oh, I've been watching House of the
Yeah.
Dragon
It's been
too.
very good.
You caught up?
Very, very
Yeah,
good.
I've
The
been
last
really
few
enjoying it.
episodes, fucking top notch Game of Thrones
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's true.
Absolutely.
It does take a while to get, in my opinion, it took a while to like, let's get to this fucking fight we keep hearing about.
Yeah.
But now that they're in it, it's like, ooh, this is spicy.
Hmm.
Very just like, and the best parts of early Game of Thrones too, where it's like political machinations and where do you apply
Yeah,
power
yeah.
and when and how forcefully.
And rumors and like spreading rumors about people and all.
Yeah.
I also like that there are legends and stuff that you heard about in Game of Thrones. Like they tell you what happens at the end of the show in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And you hear like the story of blood and cheese. But when they show you the story of blood and cheese, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yup.
I'll have to catch up. I've seen I've seen the first episode of the first season, and that's it.
It's-
Oh,
and you
there's
know what?
so much for you to get
It's
through.
so,
Yeah.
it's such a great show.
Like
There's a lot of emotions involved in the whole show.
I've been busy. I just finished the latest season of The Boys. I've been watching Hacks. Hacks is wonderful. I cannot highly enough recommend Hacks. And then it turns out Jared and I do have a show overlap because part of what I was watching a little bit for the last few months is, do you want to take it away, Jared?
No, you do it. That's fine.
Delicious in Dungeon, which is a
Yeah.
just phenomenally good, like animated adventuring show. It's on Netflix. Even if you're not like an anime person, it's kind of delightful. Don't watch it on an empty stomach.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm not really an anime person. Not that I don't like anime. I just haven't really taken that plunge, mostly because I don't have time.
What do you mean
and
you
I
don't have 400 episodes to watch a single fight unfold?
Yeah, I
I
know. That was the other thing is like a lot of those are daunting. I'm like, I don't know where to start.
have a lot
but
of friends
this
who are like,
one-
you got to watch One Piece. And I'm like, oh, like, look, it's only 900 episodes right now.
exactly. No, but yeah, it's in season 1. There's only like 24 episodes right now. And it's been great. It's been fun. It's been easy to watch. It's been smart. And we talked about the world building a little bit at lunch.
Yeah.
They just do such a good job, like slowly revealing things. And it's really nice.
It also reminds me a lot of reading almost like old pulps a little bit because like a lot of the earlier episodes, there's almost 2 stories per episode.
Yeah.
So
that's
they're
true.
like kind of little clips. And at first you're like, oh, these are just kind of fun and charming. And then like, you're right, like a bigger story starts to emerge
Right.
and connect things together. Yeah, it's pretty great. But speaking of kind of a bigger story emerging, I think we probably need to look at the body that you just kind of emerged in our story, hanging displayed like a trophy in the tree above you. So, how you all doing? What do you want to do with this body?
Well,
What is that?
it looks like the person we've been following. I think.
Are they small?
You can get a better look at it now. You see up there a red dress, pieces
Oh.
of gold armor strapped on over it,
Oh.
splayed out in the tree. Sort of T-pose.
I don't like it. What, can we cut her down?
Yeah, might take you a couple of minutes. But if
Oh,
you want
hell.
to climb up there and kind of cut her down and bring her down.
Okay.
Climbing? I can do climbing. Aha.
Who wants to give me like a survival to kind of try to take the scene apart, understand it a little bit more?
Yeah, that's not me.
All right, what's your survival bonus?
+8.
Luck. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
So while they're bringing the body down, you're doing the like, what was the show, Hannibal thing of like walking through, trying to see it from the killer's perspective, and kind of what you're able to piece together as an investigator here is that you find pieces of this woman's gear kind of scattered on the ground, scraps from the red dress at first, kind of leading to this tree where it looks like something dragged her up into the tree and then sort of like rested her down, almost impaled her down onto these like sharpened branches up in the tree.
Is her blood drained?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Is-
yeah, sorry. Her blood is also
Okay,
drained.
I was
Just-
like,
just
this is really weird. And
Is there a dead face hugger nearby?
Right.
Doesn't
There
appear
are
to
birds that do this, by the way. It's very creepy.
That's terrifying.
Oh,
They impale them on cacti needles.
I did not know that.
I do and
Yeah.
don't like seeing eagles like throw large animals off the cliff. It's like, damn, but also
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. Can I do some sort of like a medicine check to see how long has she been dead?
Or occultism to see if there's like her display is common.
Mhm.
So there's also, I think I may have mentioned, there is some runes scratched into the tree.
Oh,
If you wanna
yeah,
do those
that
with
too.
Yeah, I'll
occultism.
do that with occultism.
You can also do
Can
a
I aid?
scribing lore if you have that, but let's check with the
Hmm.
body. What's your
Okay.
medicine?
Medicine is
You
plus.
told me this, but I
10.
forgot. It's been in for a couple days.
Okay.
Not a week, more than a few hours.
Okay.
You probably have a higher occultism, so I can also assist you or you can assist me. It doesn't really matter.
Okay. I got a plus 12.
Plus 7.
Okay.
I'll assist you.
All right.
You can do this as an
Well-
open check.
Actually, you should try to
Or do you want to
Crit
both
the-
roll?
crit the assist with a higher.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Is that, I can do that open, right?
Yeah, we'll,
Alright.
we'll do all these kind of trying to decipher it as an open check.
Felt like that was feeling good. And then
It
didn't.
was feeling good. It's only a 14.
All right, so no assist, so go ahead and roll an occultism check for me.
Alright.
Oscar the Grouch.
20.
20. So you're looking through this. You realize these symbols actually aren't occult runes or even a real language. They're like imitations just made to try to look frightening, to appear frightening.
Those runes sure are frightening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe they're actual runes.
That's odd.
I knew that.
I mean, the dead body is a real dead body, right?
Well, I mean, I guess.
Like, it seems like a weird. Why have runes that are fake and a dead body that's real? I feel like a dead body's frightening enough. Why do you feel the need to fake it?
Oh, man. You know, in the art of fuckery, there's no limits.
Is someone trying to frame the cult? Or, I don't know. It feels like a weird misdirection.
Who would be trying to frame it?
I don't know. Like, it seems if there's a cryptid, it seems like they would just be trying to kill people. But why go to the trouble of scratching all these runes?
Oh, you mean the cryptid might not be real?
No, the cryptid is definitely real. Look at the dead body. That's real.
Real.
No, gung. Cryptids are real.
Oh.
Yes, real.
Oscar's looking at you like, no.
She's just looking at you like, yeah.
All right, so I say this cryptid is real, but he's not doing all of this killing. Who is? Who's framing him?
Listen, I don't have all the pieces yet.
It was the dog.
You're right.
It was the dog.
Maybe that lady. We don't like her very much.
Mm.
She was
Makes
shady.
me wish we would have had a magic caster to do detect magic out here.
That would be too easy.
Smells like magic.
That's, we
well,
got gung on the trail.
did we get the body down yet?
Yeah, the body's down, and Laku was able to kind of look at it and determine it had been dead for a couple of days.
I mean, she still has her armor, which seems
Yep.
weird to not have stolen.
This might be impossible to discern, but you say she's been dead a couple days. The other lady that was in her 40s looked like she was 90. So, like, is the
Mhm.
body decaying faster
Oh.
than normal?
Laku's investigation doesn't reveal that to be the
Okay.
case, but it also doesn't confirm that. Doesn't
Okay.
confirm that it wasn't that way.
Neither can confirm nor deny.
Exactly.
Uh,
Yeah, like, is there anything else around that we can
Yes.
move towards, or like,
Right, where do we go from here?
I mean,
like we got lost and then we found our way here?
we can go back to that big tree. That's
Yeah.
where they were, and then we went away from it.
all right, so here's what I want to do. You know the part where you was like, it looks someone's walking with a walking stick?
Oh, you mean the tracks that
Pulse
led up to
holes?
the tree.
I have 2 feet and a spear, and I want to see if those make sense as someone walking with, like, I'll walk tracks next to it. Is that what they look like? Or does it
Sure.
look like long-legged monsters are running around?
Okay, so looking through this, I'm double checking all my notes here. Give me a. So this would be a nature or survival to try to look into these.
Does anyone want
Tracks
to
more.
help?
I can help you with either.
I'll do the walking and you do the looking.
All right. Do you want open check or closed?
This will be a closed one. What's the bonus?
Okay. +8 in either case.
So while the tracks match the description of the mosquito witch tracks, they seem a little too close together.
Hmm.
Your gate, remember she was described as kind of being
Yeah.
close to your height. The gate's a lot smaller,
Okay.
which is, odd.
What about if Gung does it?
Yes, with a bow, perhaps.
Closer.
Does it match? What size is the individual up in the top? Small?
No, medium.
Medium?
The woman up there that you've pulled down.
Perhaps I did this.
Gung, did you do this?
I don't think so.
Okay. Good try.
Hmm.
So, some small creature trying to... Although I don't know how she would get all these mosquitoes here. Or he or they. But
Yeah.
it feels... my cryptid senses aren't tingling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're
be
cryptid?
anything.
No.
Oh.
No, my senses for cryptid.
I'm not going to lie. I'm very confused.
I don't really know what to do.
I guess we could go back to the other tree. Maybe.
Let's bring the body back to town.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, as you're investigating those tracks, you do realize that the tracks that dragged this body up to and in the tree do maybe continue further into the forest as you're looking. And you notice this, Laku, as you're kind of having Gung and Oscar like step this out for you.
Do you want to follow the tracks? It's not too dark yet.
I'll provide security.
It is getting into the evening.
We should come back here when it's dark.
Oh, it's getting close to dark.
Okay.
Do you have some sort of light source that you could see with?
I think I have a torch.
Yes, I have some torches as well if you need them.
Yes.
All right. So did I hear you're following these tracks?
Yes.
Okay. Who's taking point on that? What's everyone else doing? Kind of exploration mode.
I'm just following the tracks. So
you'll be doing that. Laku will be tracking. Go counterclockwise. Gung, what are you doing? Sneaking?
Sneaky.
Red.
I'll scout.
Okay.
Just keep an eye out.
Okay. And Oscar, the Grouch.
Stealth into the side a little bit.
Okay. Are you trained in stealth?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes
I'm
sense.
an expert.
Oh, there you go. All right. So you start following these tracks. Give us you can do this open. Do a survival check for me, Laku, to follow these
Okay.
tracks. It's also a fun thing is I still remember one of the first time we were playing 2nd edition Pathfinder and you critically failed this track and the whole group spent like 4 hours looking for this goblin in the woods that wasn't there.
well, this time I didn't critically fail. So it is a 27.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. So you're able to follow these tracks deeper into the woods, the air starting to get thicker. You can hear more of the little mosquitoes. You can feel them on your skin, the back of your neck. Every time you go to swat it, they're not there. Until eventually, a little farther in, you start to hear like
No. No.
in the distance.
I knew it
Is
was
it
the
that
dog.
dog?
I knew it was the fucking dog.
Should we call to him or just kind of go towards the noise?
Go towards it.
Yeah, let's go
Okay.
move towards it.
So you talk to me about speed. Are you being really careful? Are you going quickly, slowly? What's the deal? What are you doing?
Probably not approaching too quickly.
Yeah, I'd be down to switch to stealth
Yeah, we can all stealth.
to try to get a better read on what the situation is.
Okay.
If you follow the expert, it would be whoever has the lowest.
Yeah, what's the stealth
Stealth.
bonus from Red and Laku?
+8.
8.
Nice.
Mhm.
All right,
That's
so
pretty good.
which one of you wants to be the one that rolls for the collective group?
Mm-hmm.
Not me.
Nah, you should do it. I've been rolling a lot.
He's been
All
rolling
right, it's a secret
poorly
check
for a
though.
while,
Here-
though.
So
Okay.
this is for you. +8. Okay, that's the group stealth check. So you're able to move at half speed. To get closer, you find yourself in a maybe near the edge of a more stagnant pond, and you can see Peaches barking, yelling, screaming as much as a dog can, as 3 bloodseekers. And I have a little bit of art for you. I'm not going to break the move, but 3 of these, which are about the size of about the size of a large cat or a small dog, are buzzing around, staying just out of range of it, as it seems to be like in a crazed, pained panic.
It looks like the bugs from what's the sci-fi movie?
Starship Troopers?
Yes. Starship Trooper.
All right. Well.
And these helldiver bugs.
Yeah.
Yep. And that means it's time to roll initiative.
Oh, let's go.
So I believe all of you will have to roll stealth initiative because you were all actively stealthing as you got here. It was fun to set up this on the mat here because we have the size large pond for the Minotaur. It's just towering over the whole rest of the map.
It's fun.
But for once, it's not a bad guy.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. Let's do north is away from me and south is towards me, just for simplicity. Oh, yeah, there's Trent getting a little photo of everything. All right, so let's talk initiative. Oscar, what'd you pull for initiative?
Oh, I'm Oscar.
Yeah, you're Oscar.
21.
It's okay, it happens to all of us. Oh, 21. I like it. Okay. Laku, what'd you get for initiative?
19.
Gung, what did you... Oh, actually, Trent's doing shit.
I'm 24.
Oh, nice. And Red, what'd you pull?
22.
You all did really well. Okay. That does mean that the first person to go will be Gung. So Gung, you enter on the south edge of this clearing, trees, brush, shrubbery all around the edges, a couple of small bits of stagnant water towards the center as Peaches, this large white dog, kind of in a blind fit of like pain and panic. And you can see like blood coming out of multiple stab wounds in the dog. It's in a really rough way. And these blood seekers are just flying just out of reach of the creature. So Gung, you'll get to go first. What would you like to do? First combat of this little side story.
Man, despite all of his instincts to kill the dog, he will attack one of the giant, what look like mosquitoes.
Sure.
You don't want a John Wick on our hands, dude.
So, true.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
That dog was my one chance to grieve on alone.
With his +1 striking Gak Gung, which is a monk bow,
Okay.
with a range of 100 feet.
Jesus. Yeah, they're definitely in range.
He will use some very monkish stuff. He will, first action, enter monastic archer stance.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
He will then use an action for flurry of blows, which in this case we're going to say is flurry of bows.
Love it.
Just for that. That's a patch.
Wonderful, thank you.
Love a good pun.
So this will be 2 attacks
Okay.
at normal.
Yeah, first and then second map.
Right. And I can combine damage if they both hit the same target.
Yep. And it's only one action.
That's not great to start.
Well,
You
nice
know
to know
what?
your
I'm
luck
gonna-
hasn't improved in multiple months.
Exactly. I'm going to burn one of the
Pet new
patches you
patches?
just gave me.
Okay, you want to throw that thing back? When you get a chance, don't go for it now.
Too late.
Okay,
Let's roll that again.
you got it. I believe in you.
That's slightly better. So that will be 23.
So you go to shoot this Bloodseeker. That's definitely a hit.
Okay. And, let's go. That is 24.
Damn. Even with your second
Yeah.
map?
Yes. That was an 18 on the,
yeah,
on the
that'd do
second
it.
roll. Yep.
Yeah, those are 2 hits.
Okay.
So let's roll some damage first.
Okay. So let's see. This is going to be...
Oh, I've got something for you here.
Yep. That's 5 damage with the first hit.
Okay. And we're going to combine these together for the sake of
okay.
damage resistance.
And
Oh, which one are you shooting, by the way? Are you shooting the one that doesn't? Pawnless? We have Pawnless, Red, and Green.
Red,
Pawnless
the
is the closest
red,
one.
which is closer to me.
No, it's fair. It's a more direct shot. All right.
Don't shoot me.
And then 12 damage on the second
So
one.
17 total.
Yes. And
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a DC 20 fortitude save.
What are the traits of this effect?
It is incapacitation.
See, I'm actually not going to make a save.
Son of a bitch.
Because it's dead.
Boo.
Oh,
hell yeah.
You just shoot the first Bloodseeker completely out of the air.
Let's go.
Let's
Boom.
go.
Yep, we're now replacing the Pawnless one with the Pawn.
And you know what? Third attack, because actually, no, he's going to assist Who's acting next?
You're not sure. Well, Red is your next actor.
Yeah,
to be
he'll assist
confused.
Red by, we'll say, taking a pot shot that kind of distracts Ian.
Okay. When it comes time to do, you can use it specifically. Is this to assist with specifically a strike?
Yes.
Okay. Your DC and that's going to be 20.
Okay.
Not DC 15 because it's not like directly using like distract or diplomacy or performance or something.
Okay.
Or deceit. Okay. Red, that makes it your turn. Now,
All right.
you're a large-sized creature that you don't intrinsically have reach, though, correct? Unless you take like a feat
No,
for that.
I
think there's
don't.
a Minotaur feat that can give you reach, maybe.
I don't know. I didn't look at
Cool.
the further ancestry ones, but
You take up a lot of space, so you can affect more squares than most people, but you don't have like a 10-foot reach built in.
right.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll walk up to new red mosquito.
All right. So you'll tack up there to the northwest.
Just kind of
Probably going to do
slowly
that.
saunter over.
What is your speed as a Minotaur?
I think it's 25.
That makes sense for balance reasons. So that'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 will get you right
yeah.
there in one move.
Perfect. And then I've got my great sword out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
The Minotaur with the great sword.
You want
Heck
the
yeah.
assist first?
Oh, yeah,
what's
yeah,
the
yeah.
aid?
You know, I'm looking forward to this check. I really think it could be amazing.
This would be. Do you want me to use my third attack modifier?
Nope, because this isn't the react. This is reaction, so it's
Okay.
a full bonus.
So this should be 17.
Okay, so that's not going to be an aid, but it's not a fail on the aid either.
Yep.
So you just get a standard attack against this Bloodseeker.
I got a 24.
Okay, so while this is out of range of the dog, it's flying like just at, like out of the dog's reach, but it's just within yours, especially as a large-sized creature. You're able to run up and just take a slash at it. That's definitely a hit. Let's talk damage.
All right.
I have to imagine you've got a pretty good damage on this sword, plus your size and everything.
15 on this one.
It's you slamming it. It seems barely alive.
Okay, well, I'll try.
Let's go.
Hit it again.
So you swing back at the Bloodseekers.
18.
Exactly a hit.
Let's go.
Bam,
Let's
right
go.
into it. It's like, oh god, I hope this fight isn't going to be too hard. Does not seem to be an issue.
22 damage.
Oh, it's extreme. It had 1 hit point left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ignored 22 points of damage.
Exploded in
I
blood.
got,
Yeah.
I got one.
And the dog's blood inside the gullet of this Bloodseeker is just everywhere.
It's a red dog now.
Gross.
Oh god,
Mhm.
yes.
Disgusting.
All right, it's now Peaches' turn. Peaches is in such a frenzy. Reddit runs over to you and attacks you.
Get out of town.
It's just barking. It's blinded by pain.
I knew it.
All right, Gung.
All right,
Killing
here
that
it
dog.
comes. An attack on you, Red. Ooh. I just hit the initiative
Wrong
button.
one.
Yep. Well, for all of our listeners, what I meant to hit was critical hit. It was a natural 20.
Oh, wow. Okay.
As the dog runs over to you. Let me go ahead and roll a little bit of damage. They're even labeled, and I hit the wrong one. Well, I rolled minimum damage, so here on a crit, you're going to take 6 points of damage, Red.
All right.
It's not like it's a long drop.
Ow.
It is, but I hopefully can remember that, and we'll edit around it better. All right, so it has a second action. It's going to attack you a second time. And that's a miss. Well, I'm not sure that's a miss, but how about a 9 to hit?
That is a myth.
Okay, that's Peaches' turn. Oscar, it's your turn.
Oscar.
Peaches is just yelling, like barking,
5,
kind of
10,
screaming in
15,
pain.
20, 25. So Oscar will move up.
Okay, gonna run up, kind of flank around the left side of both Red and Peaches over to the last Bloodseeker. Now, it's worth noting these Bloodseekers are like 10 feet off the ground, so you can't hit them unless you're a 10-foot tall creature.
What
or
if you
have,
have a 10-foot reach long spear?
then you could exactly hit
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
Let's do
yeah.
it. Wow.
All
All
right.
right.
You going in for this? Just dropping these things left and
18.
right. That's a hit.
And
Nice.
This is
that.
the first round of combat, and it has not acted.
Oh, yeah.
So that means it's flat-footed to you, Jason.
Oh,
Or sorry,
yes.
off guard.
Off guard.
Yeah, you get that.
I didn't.
You know what's
Surprise.
fun about ruffian
Surprise attack,
rogues that I'll let everybody know? They deal sneak attack damage with some simple weapons and apply crit specializations versus off guard targets.
And the crit specialization on
Ooh.
a spear is clumsy?
Clumsy.
Yes.
1.
I know that's because in
Yep.
the Wednesday night game Trent and I play, we've had a ruffian rogue since day one.
Yeah, so if you're a ruffian, if the damage die on a martial weapon is D8 or less,
Yep.
you can get it, and then D8 for simple, D6 for martial and advanced.
So the simple weapon of a D8 long spear is a beast in their hands.
16.
Yeah.
And you kill the bloodseeker.
Let's
Jesus.
go.
Let's
No
go.
need for healing.
Well, hey, Red took some damage from a dog.
True.
That's true.
So you've got one action left here, Oscar, and Peaches is just freaking
Kill
out.
the dog. Kill the dog. Kill it. It's trying to kill us. Kill it.
What do you want to do? You, Jason, I know have a lot of conflicted feelings.
I would say that
Kill the dog.
I don't even know, dude. Athletics. I'm gonna try to grab the dog by its scruff.
Oh, you're trying to grapple it.
I'm gonna
All right,
try
so
to
this will be your
grab the
second
dog by
attack
its scruff.
penalty. This is against Fortitude DC. And you're gonna try to grapple the dog. I've got its bonus.
15.
You miss.
Okay.
The dog kind of nips at you but doesn't get it in. Okay, it's not that Bloodseeker's turn
Not
anymore
killing
because
the
it's
dog,
dead.
bro.
It's Laku's turn.
Can I move up and use nature to try to
100%.
call to Peaches and say, like, Peaches, it's okay. It's okay. They're gone.
Peaches.
Oh, no.
That's as much as we can say legally.
Yeah.
Yep. 19.
Damn.
Okay. And that's just enough. The dog
Awesome.
kind of recognizes you
Awesome.
from inside of, was it the white fish and the stag or whatever?
hmm
And like kind of like calms down. Like not calms down, it stops attacking. It's still clearly terrified and in so much pain. But it is like, it does stop attacking.
Can I try to treat wounds on it?
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Don't
Now-
trust it.
What are you setting for a DC? You doing just the standard DC 15? Are you an expert in medicine? Can you do DC 20?
Am an expert in medicine. I could do DC 20, but I'm going to stick with the 15 for
Yeah,
now.
just play it safe.
Yeah.
Critically fails, kills the dog.
Yeah.
It's a 13.
Okay, well, you don't
So-
critically fail, so the dog's like kind of steps back a
Yeah.
little, but you don't hurt the dog.
I'll try. I have some medicine.
Okay, because so you're working that for 10 minutes. If you want to get in it concurrently. What do you got, Jason?
21.
All right, roll that 2d8 for me as you patch the dog up. I imagine this is two of you kind of working together.
Red,
Yeah.
Patch him.
11.
Yeah.
Red, will you come over so I can get on your shoulders again?
Okay.
11 healing to the dog.
And the dog seems in a far better spot.
Okay.
Now, as this is happening, Peaches is kind of like stops freaking out, but then starts looking around and like sniffing and barking like in a different way, like trying to make sounds or to get attention. And yeah,
Can
eventually it stops. It kind of like almost grabs at your clothing a little bit, Oscar, and like starts trying to drag you to
What
the
is it,
north
boy?
even further.
Who's
Where's-
stuck in a well?
Where's Elga? Find her, Peaches.
And hearing that, Peaches kind of looks at you and like runs a few steps and like looks back at you.
Let's follow the dog.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Peaches runs off, like takes off at a pretty good clip. You know, any of you will not be able to stealth. You'll have to almost run to keep up with Peaches.
Okay.
Okay.
Running with my spear in my hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crossbow out, loaded, ready to go.
And as you go a little further into the woods, you can see, and at this point, like the sun's getting near sunset. Not that you can see the sun, it's so thick, but like there's an orange haze and color in the fog, and almost orange and bruised purple as the sun's starting to set in the woods, drifting through the mist. You just see a single silhouette of a humanoid, long black hair. It's back to you in the woods. The dog comes up and stops right behind it. What do you do?
Bow in hand and stand exactly still.
Elga, is that you?
No response. Give me a perception check. This is an open one. Anyone who wants to.
But I'm scared.
It's not actually
Ooh.
initiative, I promise. It's totally not.
27.
Okay, wow.
28.
I'll take
Oh,
that.
no, 26. Sorry.
10.
So the two of you above 20 notice resting, there's a shape on her shoulder. And at first you just see like a little blur motion, and you see a bloodseeker on her shoulder,
Ooh.
proboscis in her neck, its belly bloating down onto her shoulder,
Mm.
draining her.
Can I take a shot?
100%.
Yeah, run up to that thing.
No,
and
right now, give me the attack roll.
Sure.
Spear that bitch.
Crossbows
I guess
loaded.
I didn't devise a stratagem, so this is not going to be the greatest. But it's
Do you have any
it's
patches?
only it's a 15.
I saw. Can I take an attack too?
Yeah, so arrow flies right off of it, misses. Actually, you know what? No, it is off guard. It says this here, so that is exactly a hit.
Let's go.
Oh,
And it
wow.
strikes and ruptures it, and blood just flows out of it. Its body falls off, and her own blood just starts rolling out of its belly down her shoulder and body. And at that, she kind of just collapses down to her knees, poof, and then falls onto her face.
I rush over and try to
Turn her over. I
see
won't
if I can stop the bleeding.
come with you.
There's not a whole lot of bleeding left. The wound in the neck's pretty small, all things considered.
Mhm.
She turned her over, and her eyes are glazed over. You can kind of feel for just barely pulse, but poof, 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 really weak as she's laying there, kind of looking up at you.
How's Peaches reacting to this person falling down on the ground?
Peaches is like scared, but like running over and actually like licking her face right next to you. And she's just, it's you. Oh, it's you.
Elgar, are you okay?
Ah.
What happened? Are we in danger?
Remember his red eyes in the darkness. Oh. I was following tracks. I was trying to find, and like she's really out of it.
Yeah.
I was trying to find Lissart. Have you found her? And she like kind of reaches up and like almost grabs like the edge of your shirt. You say, did you find her?
Who? Lissart?
Lissart, did you find her?
Is she the one in the gold armor?
And she looks, oh my God, you did. Oh my God, I've been looking for her for days now. Oh God, thank you so much.
Who
Where is
are
she?
you?
We met, and she's like a little dopey. Like we met at the inn. You were really mean to me.
I believe it was mutual, but
Lissart has a lot of people looking for her, and I was worried you were trying to hurt her.
we couldn't. She's already dead.
What? And
I said she's already dead.
She kind of goes into shock a little bit, like she's just quiet
Oh,
for a
God.
long while. Cries a little. I didn't want to believe it was true. Are
What?
you sure?
Oh, she's very dead.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
For a couple of days now.
Oh no. And she's just kind of sobbing a little, and Peaches is up there like licking the tears.
Does the
on her
time
face.
frame of when she saw us in the inn match up to how long we've been out here? Because she said a couple of days and we haven't slept.
She said she's been looking for a couple of days,
Oh,
but she
okay.
was in town before you, and a little
Okay.
cagey about what she's been up to in the
Okay.
area. So yeah, it checks out. She's
Okay.
been in town for a few days.
Why
But
were you
yes.
looking for Lissart? Who would be
She's-
trying to hurt her?
She got in with some bad crowds. People were looking for her out of Daggermark. You know how it is.
Who in Daggermarker's looking for?
I don't know who put the mark out on her, but you know what that place is like. She's just sort of like assuming.
Can I do
Sure.
an assassin lore? And have
Yeah.
I ever heard of anyone doing that to a mark? Like this seems to be some sort of message
Sure.
or ritual.
Yeah. What's your bonus?
9.
Okay. You haven't personally. You know that a lot of the assassins out of Daggermark, as they try to get into the branding space a little more,
Yeah.
will try to be a little distinctive. You don't know of anyone who's done something like that. And it
Okay.
certainly seems like a lot of work. You also know that the flashiest assassins like that are not really that good. Like,
Right.
no one wants it to be that fucking obvious unless someone's paying for it. And if they're paying for it to be that public, you don't do that in the middle of the woods. Your guess is that if someone had a mark out on that name, this death seems unconnected to that.
Okay. I'll
However,
share that information with you guys.
being up here sort of in like the rural boonies would be a good place to try to get away
Yeah.
from assassins and Daggermark.
Although there are some backwood folks around here. You never know.
Yeah.
We heard she came into town with someone who had brown hair and was wearing all white. Does that description sound like anything to you?
No, it doesn't at all. Just did. Where is she?
The body's back here by this tree.
It's like probably a ways away, but
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I was following the tracks. Peaches when something... I don't know, something got me.
What did you say about red eyes in the woods?
I would have sworn just before you got here that I was staring into a pair of red eyes somewhere up, and she points like up at the foliage and the canopy of the setting sun lit. I could see them looking at me.
Do we look around, see anything?
Yeah, give me a perception check. So what are your bonuses? I'll do the secret.
10.
Okay.
It's either scary or there's like some Hound of the Baskervilles shit going on in here.
Yeah, you don't see anything in the trees.
Well, we need to get you back to town.
We should just bring it with us.
Okay.
Keep your dog away from me.
Do you need any healing?
I'll be... And she kind of coughs up a little blood. I'll be fine.
All right.
Okay.
Are you sure? I could just treat wounds real quick. Just a quick little
That'd be nice,
little bandage.
Actually.
Okay. All right.
I was following these tracks. I thought if maybe whatever was killing the villagers had gotten the Sart, maybe I could find it here in the woods. I was following these holes in the ground, these like odd tracks. They went that way. There was... I swear I saw some... it looked like a secret door in the rocks when all of a sudden these bloodseekers attacked us. And she's pointing kind of a little deeper into the woods.
What door?
It's that way, a little bit. We ran from the bloodseekers, but they caught up to us.
Right, well, you can stay here, or you can come with us.
Well, first, your friend said that she was going to help treat my wounds.
Yeah, let me treat your wounds.
All right, take your time.
Oh my God, a 12.
Well, thank
Just
you
let
for
me
trying.
do it. Let me do it.
It's nice of you.
The bandages just keep falling off. I don't...
23.
The literal actual field medic over here is just getting shown up by the town.
Where did you learn to do all this?
On the farm. It worked
On
on
the
the cow.
It might work on. It might work on me.
She's trying
You
to
wanna
hold
try?
a torch and do it at the same time.
True.
Okay,
Yeah,
how
that's
much
it. I
do you
can see
heal?
better in the dark.
Yeah, roll those 2d8. She's like I'm not able to help
It's going
much.
to be weak healing compared to Nikolai.
6,
Yeah.
dude. It's abysmal. 6.
Mhm.
She's like, I won't be able to help much in a fight, but I'll stay nearby. If you're going to be going in there, though...
Make sure Peaches doesn't try to attack us again.
I'm so sorry. Thank you for saving her, though.
I'll kill him.
Gung will kill him.
Even though
And
we've
we're
healed
trying
her-
really hard to not let that happen.
Even though we've healed her and are going to bring her with us, can I do a little bit of, or someone do a little bit of sense motive on her to see if she's lying?
I mean, she's delirious, but
We've done it with everyone else.
I can... Is that just perception?
Yeah, what's that? Plus
Plus
10, right?
10.
Look, it's like I'm learning.
Mm-hmm.
She seems like almost extremely honest at this point, being
Okay.
so out of it. You do feel like some of the standoffishness earlier was trying to hide what you suspect and draw together as an investigator. Is probably like, I wonder if her weirdness was about Lessart and wondering, like, are you actually just bounty hunters or other, working on behalf of some of the different criminal organizations in the River Kingdoms tracking Lessart down. While you are healing her, though, she does share a little bit about her dog. And she's like, oh, thank you, Peaches. He's so dear to me. He's a Sapsali, and you don't see him much outside of Hongot, but Grandpa brought the dogs over. He came over and, well, wound up with puppies out of his ears. And she's just like trying to pet the dog and scratch his
Yeah.
chest, and it's licking her face. What's your occultism bonus, Laku?
Plus 12.
You recognize that name. Hongwat is a nation in eastern Chensha.
Oh.
And these dogs are rumored to be able to dispel evil spirits.
Ooh.
Think sort of like a foo dog almost,
It's a good dog to have around.
potentially. You spend 10, 20 minutes kind of patching her up, and she kind of gets up. It's like, well, these will probably do you more good than me. And she reaches really quickly for her pack.
She's got a gun.
Stab.
And she's going to hand over a couple of items to all of you. So I don't know who wants to take these or take some notes on it. But she's going to give you a cold iron dagger, 2 vials of holy water, an empty vial that once held holy water, if you ever have any use of that, and 2 vials of moderate alchemist's fire.
Ooh.
Let's just divvy that up now.
Yeah, who wants what?
I'll take a fire.
Take them both.
Moderate alchemist's fire, thrown weapon, persistent damage. It's moderate alchemist fire is a +1 bonus on attack rolls, 2d8 fire damage, 2 persistent fire damage, and 2 fire splash damage. Just
So
pretty standard.
you both are taking one each?
No, he can have both.
I'll take one.
Oh, okay.
Or do you
Why
want
don't
one?
Do you want one?
why don't
No,
you
I'll take
one?
the holy water, but I don't need a fire.
Do you have a dagger? Do you
No,
have a
but-
dagger already?
I have my fists.
Gun,
Alright.
you want some fire?
I'll take it.
No,
Okay.
I don't like fire.
You don't like lots of things, do you?
No,
These two really can bond over their dislike of many things.
I like you, Red.
Oh.
Oh, I
Thanks.
I
Gun.
think our
like you
dislike
too.
of things is different.
Oh.
I'm just an asshole.
Makes sense why I don't trust you.
Like I said, probably good. Said cold steel? Or
Cold iron. Yeah. Cold steel, I think, is just like...
Standard? Cold rolled
Depends
steel.
on how much you warm it in the morning.
Standard? Low grade?
Yeah, low grade. Low grade cold iron dagger. Everyone got all their stuff now?
Mm-hmm.
Been 20
Mhm.
minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Elga will lead you. And she's just like, every once in a while, just kind of like sobbing a little bit. You hear her talking with the Sart and something like that, and just muttering something here or there. The dog's kind of helping her out a little. She's like grabbed a piece of wood as like a really shitty makeshift walking stick. And she's going to lead you forward another 20, 30 feet.
Hold up,
where-
sir.
Yes.
May I
Okay.
ask my friend secretly, does that look like the tracks with the walking stick?
I assume it looks a little too spaced apart again, or
Your
is
survival
it similar?
bonus is 8.
Yes.
They look different to you.
Yeah. I don't think so.
A
I
little
think
farther apart.
they're a little farther apart. Than
Also,
they
it's
should.
like foot, walking stick, foot,
Yeah.
walking stick, not like stilt.
Okay.
But she kind of gets you to the edge of this like weird rocks that have kind of come up, and there's some foliage and stuff that have been moved in front of it. She's like, I saw something right there. The tracks look like they lead to that. I think there's a cave behind there, and I didn't get a chance to look before the Bloodseekers came out.
Can we search for a secret door?
I mean, she's pointing to like some brushes. But yeah, you want to you have +10 on perception, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Easily, you're able to kind of see where it's
She just
grown
points at a
over.
door, and I'm like, "Whoa, look at that door I found."
Well, it's not the door, but you do find like
Where
an
is it?
entrance to a cave. There's quite a things that have grown over it and then
Uh-huh.
moved or kind of shaped around this cave entrance. And you do see some of these other tracks leading into it. The poke tracks.
Okay. I don't want to go first.
Yeah, let's talk marching order.
I'll go first.
I can go first too. I'm not.
So Red walks in first.
afraid.
Red, you're going to have to squeeze it first going into this
Okay.
space.
Is it going to be dark?
Oh, pitch black. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
100%.
I mean, is this something where I shouldn't have a torch lit until we're in there? Or
It's up
should
to
I just be
you.
at the very back and have my torch?
Depends what you want to do.
I don't think.
I mean, I want to
matters.
allow you to stealth if you want to sneak in there.
Oh, you'll be fine. I'm very hard to detect.
I think it's fine. You just stand behind us.
Yeah, I'll just be. I have a crossbow, so I
I'll
can just be in
kinda
the back.
block out the light anyways, at least in a straight line.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
We go.
all right. You kind of work your way, and the cave is almost an instant descent down into the ground. Because you were able to find it, you could have easily fallen into it and kind of collapsed it. But you're able to like carefully open it a little quietly, and there's just like almost a straight descent down into the ground. It'll be squeezing for you, Red, if you want to
Okay.
work your way down there. So it's Red first.
I actually want to convince Red to let me go first so I can check for traps ahead of us.
That's fine. You can go first.
So you won't be stealthing. You'll be looking for traps.
Looking for traps.
All right. So Oscar in the front, then Red, then
Gung, probably.
and then Laku pulling up the back.
Yeah, and just in the back while we're going along, just looking around, seeing any weird runes on the walls, any other bloodsuckers that I can hear, or anything else.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're paying attention to that, what's your perception again? 10?
10.
Okay. The cave here looks partially natural, but also like part of it's been carved open a little, and you can see weird little parts that are like have been like dug into and kind of weird. It's not a pattern, like weird inconsistent pockets here and there as you get deeper. But as you get farther down there, you're looking for traps. Oscar, you don't find traps, but you swear you can hear no buzzing, but whispering.
Whispering?
Occasionally.
I'll kind of track back enough to whisper like, I think there's whispering up here. I can't hear any like bugs, but sounds like whispers. I'll keep going.
What languages do you speak? Just asking for a friend.
Jotun and Orcish and Common.
Anyone else got any interesting languages? Yeah.
Common and Goblin.
Okay. Goblin.
Common, Tengu, Dwarven, Elven, Halfling, Goblin.
Let's go.
You said Goblin twice, I think.
It's because it's my favorite.
No, Tengu. I
Oh.
said Tengu, Dwarven, Elven,
Dwarven. I think that's what I
Halfling,
mixed up.
Goblin.
Dwarves and goblins are different, Jason.
Yeah.
They're not all
I
the
didn't
same.
take Gnomish, which is really funny because I have
Yeah.
a feeling.
Even halfling not know.
Yeah, I took Halfling, not know.
Nice.
You're walking down there, Oscar. You're coming just around the edge when you swear you saw something in the dark scutter right around a corner. Something small. A couple of pebbles move, but no traps. The cave's entrance is still going down another 15 feet, like straight, like 45-degree angle down into the ground.
I'll kind of give the eye point to the corner where I saw something move, but I'll keep moving forward.
All right, and Laku, are you just going down blind, like with your hand on someone's shoulder at this point? or do
No,
you
I
have the
have the torch out,
So the light's starting to bleed around the corner then?
and I do like as we walk past whatever he pointed at, I just kind of take a look and see if
Oh no, it's ahead of you still. It's like 15 feet
okay.
in
I
front
won't
of
go
you.
into the room or around the corner without them.
like
yeah.
right on your
Because
tail.
Yeah.
it does look like there's a little corner that maybe it
Is there
opens up
light
into
around the corner?
pitch
Pitch black.
black, and now it is dead silent.
All right.
What are you gonna do?
I want to go around the corner before the light comes around the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, if you
Like,
tell
I
me to
wanna-
stay back,
yeah.
I will.
I want the light to stop, and I want to like go in there with my dark vision and sneaky skills.
All right. What's your stealth bonus?
It's 10.
Okay.
Can I convince Gung to come up here too?
Mm-hmm.
And Gung, your stealth is what?
My stealth is 14.
And I'll give him the hand signal
Well, it'd
like
be
you
12.
left, you right.
All right. So you start sneaking forward. And at the same time, both of you like are stepping down, and some of the shale rock beneath your feet gives out.
Oh, no.
Not a trap. It just rumbles down in front of you.
Sweet.
Dead silence. No reaction.
Oh, I don't like fall down
Nope.
a cavern.
Nope.
A Balrog doesn't come after me.
Nope. Just
Mhm.
just a bad stealth roll. You
Okay.
made sound.
Fuck.
Gung like hits you on the butt.
Do it
Everyone
again.
okay up there?
I think
Alright.
they're having a moment.
All right.
I tell Gung to shush, even though I fell. Shh. We'll keep moving forward, I guess.
All right. So you move down more. You creep forward. You come right up to the corner. You're at there. How do you enter this? How do you enter the cavern? How do you enter the room in front of you?
I have my shield, or not my shield, my spear, like in both hands, but I'm kind of like moving along the wall.
Okay. You come right around the corner. And in front of you You'll have to tune in
I think
next
you're gonna
week.
do that to me.
No.
Boo.
Damn it. The Live to Die podcast is a production of Live to Die Gaming. Follow us on social media at Live to Die Pod. Leave a review and tune in next week for more. If you like the amazing background audio and music, all that credit goes to Syrinscape. Make sure you check them out at Syrinscape.com.